morning. Welcome to part 2 of the session on creating blogs or websites in WordPress domain. In the first part, I had demonstrated how you can create a login in WordPress, how to go to our email account to activate our WordPress account, how to get into dashboard, and what is a dashboard, what are the various menus available in dashboard, and we had discussed about the use of appearance, a menu item which helps you to customize your WordPress blog, and we saw what are the various widgets available in WordPress and how to choose how to place it in our library blog or library website or your institutional or individual website. And even we discussed about how to incorporate a textual content as a part of your WordPress blog. Now how to convert a set of photographs as a gallery in your WordPress blog. Now how to add the kind of calendars or blog roles or links in your WordPress. So all those things we discussed in the previous class. And this session we'll talk about how you can prepare a page and set that page as a home page for your WordPress blog. Now how to create categories and subcategories, and how to prepare the post, and how to assign tags, and how to place those posts into various categories. That we will see in the second part of this presentation. So when you want to add a new page, you have to go to dashboard by using username and password. The left side menu, you have to choose pages. Three options appear: all pages, add new, copy a page. Add new will help you to add a new page. You click on add new. You will get a page, a blank page like this, where you can give a title for your page title. Then you can start writing. For example, I want to write something about librarians. You can write here. And basically this is a new editor of WordPress where one particular post or a page contains many blocks. Your one page may contain many blocks. One block may be a paragraph, another block may be an image, another block may be a bulleted point of ideas, another block may be a URL link. So this way you can have many blocks combined together to form a single page or a single post. You can type the things you like. Then if you click on this particular plus button, add block, just click this button, you'll get many blocks like paragraph, image, heading, gallery, list, quote, audio, cover, file. Many such blocks are there. You can select any one block. I have selected paragraph and I started typing. After completing a paragraph, if you want to add one more block to this particular page, you can click add block and you can decide which kind of block you want. So I have selected an image block. Either you can upload an image what is available in your computer, or if you have stored any item in the media library of your website, you can take picture from there, or even from your URL, any URL you can bring a picture which can be placed over here. So I have brought a picture. You can give a caption here. You can type the caption, you can bold it, you can italize it, you can give a link to this particular image, URL image. You can do all these kinds of things. Apart from that, not only that, once you have prepared given a title for the page, you have typed a paragraph, you have given a picture with the caption, what you can do is go to the right side of the dashboard. You can see something called a page where you can set visibility as public, and you can set publish as immediately, as you see here. No, you can do it. Then you can give click publish, and you get a message that the content is published. You come to your WordPress blog and come and see that the title, the picture, the caption, whatever you have added, it has come into the WordPress blog. And this is how you can create a page in WordPress. Suppose you want to set this particular page as a home page. Home page means whenever somebody types the URL of your website, they will land at this particular page. A permanent page, can be set as home page. To do so, please come to dashboard. The left side menu bar, you click settings. In settings, click reading, you will get a screen. There you select your home page displays your latest post or a static page. You select a static page and you decide which page. I think you remember the name of the title of the page, LIS Profession, the Noble Profession. You can select any page which is going to act as a home page for your WordPress blog. You can select the blog, then click on Save Changes, and you can see now, you can see the browser search box. When somebody types www.tnlisdirectory.wordpress.com and enter, and this is a home page anybody will visit. Fine. So this way, any page can be set as a home page, and every day you can change the home page also. That is quite possible. Fine. And if you want to come out of your WordPress login, what you can do is the right side, right mouse, and click on this circle. You'll get the name of the directory and sign out. You click on sign out, and you'll be coming out of your blog. Fine. And this is how you can go. You can add a page and you can come out. Suppose if your users want to address your blog, you should tell them, let them go to the browser search bar and they can type the name of the library website or your individual website called www.tnlisdirectory.wordpress.com. Enter. They will be able to access your blog or a website. Fine. Suppose as an administrator, if you want to get inside your blog, you can go to any browser, type tnlisdirectory.wordpress, then put a slash wp in small letters -admin, wp-admin, then press enter. You will be landing on this particular login page where you can give your username, click continue, then give your password, then click on login. Then you'll again come back to our administrative area called the dashboard. So dashboard can be seen by only the administrator or blogger, not by the users. Fine. Now let us talk something about categories and subcategories now, please, after a break, please. Let us talk about categories and subcategories. Before we proceed further, let me tell you what are these categories and subcategories. In WordPress, you can have as many categories, and inside every category you can have as many subcategories you like. For example, we can create a category called types of libraries, and inside types of libraries you can have many subcategories like arts and science colleges, engineering college libraries, BEd college libraries, medical college libraries, school libraries, public libraries, special libraries, and so on and so forth. In the same way, you can create a category called districts, and you can create a subcategory called Madurai district librarians, Dindigul district librarians, Thane district librarians, Coimbatore district librarians. That way you can have as many subcategories as you want. And you can have a category called designation you can create. And in the parent category called designation, you can have many subcategories like professors, associate professors, librarians, deputy librarians, library assistants, and so on and so forth. And you can have as many categories as you want. You can have as many subcategories as you want. And you can create as many subcategories you want. There is no limit for number of categories that can be created in a nested structure in WordPress. Let us try now. Please go dashboard. The left side menus, you click on post. We are going to create a post. You can ask a question, sir, previously we opened a page, now you are creating a post. What is the difference between this page and the post? Normally, pages are meant for giving static information, something about your institution, your rules and regulations, library rules and regulations, library hours, library resources, library collections, library activities, something like that. You can have a very standardized the information which doesn't change so frequently, so immediately. The so-called permanent information, static information can be given in the form of pages. Post, we talk about something, the core of your blog, something which we keep on adding, the information which we keep on changing, which we keep on adding, those things are called post. For example, in our case, it is a blog of librarians. So what is the core of post? Information about each and every librarian will be a post. Information about each and every librarian is going to be a post. This post will be placed as a part of any category or subcategory. For example, there is a librarian working in Madurai. He is working in a university library. So what I will do is that I will create a post for him. I will enter all the information about that particular librarian, and I will place this post under a category called university library, or I will place this under the category called assistant professor. You can keep post in more than one category, so there is no problem. Let us see now. So go to dashboard, left side panel, post, click on add new. Click on add new, you will get a page. Before that, let us create a categories. To do so, you can see here post, there is an option called categories. Click on categories, you get a screen. Add new category. You can type what is the name of the category you want, and for the timing, what I'll do is that there is a default category by name uncategorized. Okay, you come to right part of the presentation, and you can type instead of uncategorized, which was available by default in WordPress. You can click a first category called types of libraries and update category. You can see here now types of libraries come. Now I want to create next category. Already default category called uncategory was there. I renamed it. Now I want to create a new category. Go to dashboard, left side panel, post. In the post, click category. You'll get the screen. Type what is the name of second category? Districts. Okay. Then click add new category. You can see now I created district category, types of library category, designation category. I created three different categories for my project one. Fine. Then comes what I'm going to do is that another category I created types of library. Fine. Then you can create a subcategory also. You can create a subcategory. For example, under types of library, I want to create a subcategory called university library. So what I can do is that once again I go to post, I click category, this particular page appears. Under the name you type university libraries, and this time you select parent category from this checkbox. Here all the three categories, whatever you created will appear. From those three categories you click types of libraries, because university library is a subcategory which is going to be placed under a major category called types of libraries. And click on add category, add new category, and next you can see university library has come as a subcategory of the main category called types of library. So type of library is a category, university library is a subcategory. This way you can create any number of subcategories for each and every category. Fine. Now categories are over. We know category and subcategory, how to create both. Now let us see how to create a post, how to write a post, how to assign keywords for the post, and how to place these posts in different categories. The next part of this presentation. To add a post, once again go to dashboard, left side menu, there is something called post, click add new, and you will get this screen. You give title for your post. I give a Dr. P. Padma because I am going to create a page for a library professional called Dr. P. Padma. I have typed Dr. P. Padma, and here you click a plus symbol, all the blocks will come. As I told you, each and every page, each and every post in a WordPress is composed of many blocks. You can decide what and all blocks you want. You want a paragraph, you want an image, you want a quote, you want a link, you want a bullet points. Whatever you want, you can bring all those things as a part of your post or a blog. Here I have selected image as a block because I am going to add madam's picture over here. So you can upload a photo. I have got a madam's photo on the computer. I just found out the photo which I like to add it. I click open, and you can see the photo is inserted. Here you can click and you can give the name of the professional. Here right caption is there. So that is ready. Once that is ready, once again what I can do is that I can give a click on this plus button, add block, choose a paragraph. You can go and type about the details about this particular LAS professional. This plus symbol is there now. Give a click, a list of blocks will come. You select paragraph and you can go and type information about Padma madam. That is fine. And once that is over, what you can do is that here you can see three dots are available. Three dots. If you click on these three dots, you can get another screen wherein there is an option for adding a block either before this block or after this block. As I told you, a post can can comprise of many blocks. When you want to insert one block between two blocks, you can make use of these three dots to insert a new block. So I have given insert after a new block has appeared, a bulleted point. I have added the type of the information, and I have given, if you want to add furthermore paragraph, click on plus button. You can choose paragraph and you can go and type again some more information. Now once you have typed all the necessary particulars, now what you can do is that, for example, the information about madam is available in a website in URL. What you can do is that you can create another blog for giving a link. You can give a link for this chain is, if you click this, it will ask for the URL. You can paste the URL so that the URL will be pasted as a part of this particular post. So once all these things are done, what you can do is that you can go to the right side of the screen. Here you can see status and visibility. Set visibility as public so that everybody can see. If you don't choose this, users may not be able to see this particular post. Make it public, and under publish, make it immediately, in the sense you want to publish this post immediately. You may ask a question, sir, if I don't want to publish it immediately, I want to publish it only tomorrow, no problem. You can schedule. I want this particular post to be made available in my blog only on so and so date, so and so time. You can decide a scheduled posting. That is only possible. Okay. Then that is over. Then you can come to decide this post is to be placed under which category. Madam is an assistant professor, so I have gone to right side. There's a caption called categories. I select a designation and the assistant professor, in the sense the information about madam, this particular post will be available in a category called designation and also under the subcategory called the assistant professor. So madam's post will be available under this category and this subcategory. Fine. And I can select one more category also, because madam is working in Madurai Kamaraj University. She belongs to Madurai district. So what I can do is I can go and select search category. I can go and select district and Madurai. So madam's particulars will be available in this category also. So one post may be available in more than one category also. Is that fine? Once these things are over, you can add some tags. So tags are the keywords that you are using to describe this particular post. These are very important, because when somebody comes to Google and search for these keywords, Google will retrieve these pages and display them. So it is important that you assign some keywords to each and every post. So once that is done, you can go to click on publish. Okay, click on publish, which is available on the right side, top right side. Click on publish. You can get a message that this is published, and if you come to this particular your blog, you can see on the right side categories: designation, district and institution. Three categories are there. Under designation, assistant professor; under district, Madurai; under institution, university, are displayed in the WordPress blog. And this is how you can create a post, you can add tags, and you can place this particular post to be made available in one or two or any number of categories for the users to see. Fine. If you want to check, very simply you can go to institution or types of library, click universities. You can see madam's name, and there is something called read more. If you click that, you will get all the particulars about madam. Otherwise also there is an option. You go to search box. In the search box, which is here, search box, you go and type P. Padma or Padma, madam's name, and you can get all the information about madam. That way also you can find out. So that's the end of second part of this presentation. Thank you.